Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name's Rachel and this is Stitched Up. I hope you're all really well. I know I've been absent for a couple of weeks now, I think it is, but you might or you might not have realised I've been on holiday. So yes, got back from Portugal yesterday. Me and Martin had an amazing time, really lovely week, very relaxing, and it was amazing, just what the doctor ordered. But I'm back now and I am looking forward to getting back into my sewing room. So I thought I would just come on for a little bit of a catch up and a little bit of a chatty vlog to chat to you about my forthcoming plans and hopefully get back into the swing of things, because yeah, I feel like it's been ages since I properly really got into vlogging and sewing. Obviously before my week in Portugal, I had a week down on the Isle of Wight, which I talked about in my last vlog, which I will link to up here somewhere. And yeah, it's been a while, shall we say. So I'm itching to get sewing again, and I do have a couple of plans that I thought I would just quickly chat to you about today. So I'll start with what I'm wearing. This is a jumpsuit that I made a couple of years ago. It's a McCall's jumpsuit, and I can't remember the name of it. But it's a jersey fabric, and this is a fabric that I got originally from Colville, I believe. It's a really nice tropical print. It has like a surplice bodice and then a dropped shoulder, and it's got elasticated waist, pockets, and it's just sort of a bit of a wide leg. And I did take this on holiday with me, but didn't wear it because it was, oh my word, it was super hot. Really hot. We didn't expect it to be as hot as it was. I have caught the sun, as you can probably see. I tried to protect myself as much as I could, but my skin is crawling because it's so dry. I forgot to take body moisturiser with me. So, and I didn't take after sun either, which was just rubbish, wasn't it? So my skin, especially, it's peeling on my head here, and I'm getting really dry. And you know, when your skin gets really itchy because it's so dry. So I need to lather myself in after sun now, I think. But we had a great time. I've put tons of weight on, but that's what you do on holiday, isn't it? You know, you drink loads, you eat loads, and you don't do much exercise apart from swimming, etc. So yes. Anyway, I will put a picture in of this pattern. I don't think it's a pattern that you can get anymore, unfortunately, but there's loads of these types of patterns. I think Ellie and Mac do one very similar to this, but it has a folded back facing inside, and it's super nice. And one thing I did manage to get done just before we went on holiday was to flip around my wardrobe. So I store my autumn and winter clothes in, you know, the storage cubes that fit under your bed, and every sort of, when we get the seasonal changes, which generally in the UK are sort of twice a year, because spring and summer tends to be much of a muchness, autumn and winter the same. We don't have like massive distinctions in each season here in the UK. Well, certainly not in Yorkshire anyway. So I tend to store spring and summer things and then autumn and winter things. And I'd still got my wardrobe full of autumn and winter things. So I had some time before we flew out to Portugal on the Saturday to sort out all my wardrobe. And this was one of the things in there that, I originally, as I say, I took it on holiday with me, but it was too hot to wear it. So I was just in bikini and shorts most of the time. So anyway, I thought I would put it on today and get it worn, because sadly, lots of the things that I have got are a little bit tight at the minute, shall we say. Anyway, let's get back to today's vlog. So plans wise, well, firstly, I'm sure some of you are interested in if I did any fabric shopping while I was on holiday. And sadly, the answer is no. I did, well, Martin actually managed to find a fabric shop for us that was in the town next to where we were staying. And he said it's only about 1.5 miles walk. So I was like, okay, we'll go. It wasn't, it was about 4 miles there and 4 miles back. And fortunately, the day we did it, it was a little bit cooler and overcast, so it wasn't too bad. But oh, my feet were singing by the end of that. But anyway, we walked all the way to this fabric shop to find that actually it wasn't really a fabric shop. It was more one of these, you know, like these sort of cobblers that do repairs and things. It was like a sewing repair shop that just had 3 or 4 fabrics on a shelf, and then the rest of it was like sewing alterations and repairs. So it was a little bit of a letdown, shall we say, but you know, I'm grateful to him all the same for looking out for me. So sadly I didn't get anything, but I did buy this little beauty, which is not fabric, but it's going to have a really good use in my sewing room, and it's this little dish. It's absolutely gorgeous, and I just absolutely fell in love when I saw it. They had loads of different sizes, but I really wanted this sort of size to use as a pin dish, which I'm already using. I think it's great for just sticking pins in, which is going to be lovely, and it's a little reminder of my holiday. So yeah, cute. Right then, so moving on, I am back at work tomorrow, sadly, but you know, needs must, and I have today free. Martin has just gone to Manchester, back to Manchester where we flew from. When we flew back yesterday, we went to pick Isaac up because he's finished uni now for the summer. So we went to pick him up and a lot of his belongings, but we knew because of our suitcases and things that we wouldn't have enough room in the car to bring everything back that he had in his little student accommodation. So we brought most of it and him back, and then they've just left now. Hello. We have a cat. You don't see this very often because Pluto is generally not much of a touchy-feely cat, except when he's been to the cattery. And Martin's picked him up this morning and brought him back, and he's really vocal and quite, yeah, he's going to bite me in a minute, I can tell, but he's, yeah, there he goes, he wants to go. But he gets quite, yeah, it's like he comes back a totally different cat, and it lasts about a week and then he goes back to his nonchalant, antisocial self. But anyway, where was I? Yes, talking about Manchester. So Martin and Isaac have headed off back to Manchester just now to get the remaining bits and pieces from his accommodation. And then, yeah, I've got a few hours all to myself. So I thought I would take this opportunity to have a chat to you about what I'm up to next. So we are going to a wedding a week on Wednesday, which is the day before the 4-day bank holiday to celebrate the Jubilee. And yes, we're going to a wedding on the Wednesday, which is the day before the 4-day bank holiday. And I wanted to make a dress, and I've been talking about this for quite some time actually, and even last year thinking about what I wanted to make. And while I was on holiday, I was thinking a lot about what I wanted to make because I knew I would have to get really started on this today. And I had some ideas in my head, but then when I was on holiday, one of the dresses that I wore, and I will put a picture of it up here if you didn't see it because I did post it on Instagram. I haven't worn this dress for ages, and one of the reasons why was because the front is very low cut, and on this dress I've actually stitched up the front centre seam by about 2 inches. But normally the actual design of this dress comes, you know, the V comes right down to your waist, which is just certainly not wedding appropriate. But I forgot just how much I love this dress, and I've got 2 of these dresses already, and it is this one. It's the Vogue V9253, this pattern here. Now this has actually been renumbered, I think. I will put the new design of it here because it's not, if you look for this pattern you won't find it, but it was a really popular pattern a few years ago. And incidentally, while I was away, Rachel from the Stitch Sisters made this dress a few years ago as well, and she put a picture on Instagram while I was on holiday, and I saw hers and thought, yeah, that's a gorgeous dress. And I'd taken my version on holiday with me and felt amazing in it, especially, as I say, because I've put some weight on at the minute, and the original ideas that I had for this wedding I don't want to go with at the minute because I won't feel comfortable in them. So when I put this dress on, I thought, I feel great in this, and this could be wedding appropriate. So I've decided that that's what I'm going to make. I'm going to remake it. It was a little bit tight, I will admit. So what I'm going to do, because I have just got the pattern out and I traced off this pattern, but one thing I realised when I wore that green dress the other day was that the waist, even though I'd added an inch to it, is still too high, and it's more hitting me at the base of my ribs. So I have altered the pattern again this morning, and I've added in another inch. Now, the pattern size that I made of this originally was the size small, which is a size 8 to 10. Now, that dress I can get on, but it is a little bit of a squeeze getting into the, getting the zip up, because it's a side zip, I believe. Is it a side zip or is it a centre back zip? No, it's a centre back zip. But it was a bit of a squeeze. Martin had to help me into it. So what I thought was, I'm just going to, instead of using a 5/8 of an inch seam at the sides, I'm just going to use 3/8 of an inch, which will give me another 1/2 inch wearing ease, which I think will probably be about right. But otherwise, yeah, I'm going to go with this dress. So this is the fabric here. This is one of the pattern pieces that I have already cut out. This is one of the skirt pieces, but it's this gorgeous viscose that is a Lady McElroy viscose, and I bought it from Sherwood's a few months ago. And I mean, this pattern takes about 4 meters of fabric, especially for me, because I do so many lengthening alterations to patterns to fit me, that yeah, I need a good 4 meters for this, because I'm making the maxi length, and I just think it's going to be super gorgeous in this. And I'm really excited to make this dress again. So I've got everything cut out already. I have added in, as I say, another inch to the bodice. So the bodice has now got 2 inches extra length in it. So I'm hoping that that's going to fit and be perfect. So that's my plan today. And then the remaining things that I want to get done once I get this done is I want to make a bag to match. Now I do have enough of this fabric left. I've probably got about 3/4 of a metre. And when I was down on the Isle of Wight, the lovely Anna, who is You Got Me in Stitches, had a gorgeous bag that she'd made at the gala dinner. And it's like one of those with a purse frame. And then it was so beautiful. It was all beaded, and she'd made it, and it was gorgeous. I wish I'd got a picture of it, but I hadn't, unfortunately. And I immediately wanted to make one of those myself, and she told me how she made it. It seems very straightforward and simple. There are loads of tutorials. I found a tutorial already, and I bought the frame, which is this here. So this is the frame, and as far as I'm aware, you essentially glue it and stitch it through, because it's got obviously holes there to stitch it through, but you glue the bag into the frame, and that's generally how it works. Now it does have holes here for a chain, but I haven't got a chain. But I think that, you know, they're going to go together so nicely, aren't they? And as I say, I've got a metre of this left, and I think if I, you know, I'll be able to fandangle some kind of purse to match. And yeah, I think that's going to work really well. So I'm hoping to get that done. And then the other 2 things that are really high on my make list right now are the Saltwater slip dress by Friday Pattern Company, because for 3 reasons. The first reason is that this was going to be my next live sew along back in April, and unfortunately I had to cancel it at the last minute because my dad was very unwell, and he's been in and out of hospital since, but at the minute he's doing okay and he's at home, which is great news. So I am planning to redo the sew along for this in June, and the date that I'm sort of thinking in my head is probably going to be Saturday the 18th. I think that's a Saturday. I think I've got the date right there, but I will do a separate vlog about that anyway once I've got all the details confirmed. But what I want to do beforehand, because I can't wait that long, I'm afraid, and the other 2 reasons is because the lovely Tamlin and Ruan, who are both very good friends of mine, I've both made this dress and made 2 or 3 versions of it now, and they're just gorgeous, and I can't wait to make it. So I am going to have a go, and the fabric that I've chosen to make this first, which I think will be a good test before the sew along, because I will make another, is this one here. Now this is a viscose. It's got leaves on, which, you know, I love leaves, as you all know. And I just think this will be great for a trial run of the Saltwater slip. I'm a little bit worried because I've just been watching Ruan's vlog this morning of her April makes, where she made a gorgeous version of this pattern in the Beyond the Pink Door viscose from the first subscription box, which I also have as well. And it's just beautiful. And she mentioned that I think she made the size large, and I know Ruan and I are very different body shapes, but we're very similar heights, and we're similar sizing, but our body shapes are totally different. And I'm sure she said that she made a large 2XL, and I have cut out a size medium, and I'm a little bit worried that I've gone too small, because although that sort of matches my measurements, when I look at Ruan's finished version, it looks amazing on her, and she's yeah, I'm a bit worried that I've maybe gone a bit small with that, but it's done now. I have cut it out and I'm going to go with it, and I'm going to make it out of this, and we'll see how we get on. This wasn't an expensive fabric, and I can't remember where I got it from because my memory is just shot at the minute, but it's really pretty, and yeah, it wasn't expensive. It might have even been from Rainbow Fabrics actually, but it's a viscose, pure viscose. It's really nice. And yeah, I'm going to make it out of this, and this will be probably the version that I will use as my trial run for the sew along, and then hopefully if the fit's right, I will make another out of some gorgeous fabric that I have planned already in my stash. So that's that one. And then the next one after that I want to make is the Kurtu dress by Named Clothing. Now I bought this when it came out. It's this one here. Let me just fold that over and you can see it better. But it's one of their new collection. It's absolutely gorgeous, and if I had more time I would make this for the wedding, but I haven't because I've not made this before, so I'm not confident on the sizing and the fit, and I would have to twirl it first, I think, mainly the bodice part. But it's so pretty, but I really want to make it. And again, I have got some fabric in my stash. This is definitely from Rainbow Fabrics, and it's a viscose, and it's this one here. And I've got about 4.5 meters of this, I think, which is plenty to make the Kurtu dress, but it's gorgeous and it wasn't expensive. And again, I think to twirl that dress out of this will be lovely, and it'll be great for summer. So these are my plans for the next few weeks, I guess, or the next few weeks. I'm working from tomorrow. I'm doing a 10-day stretch, I think it is, but then after that this is my last big stretch of work, because after that I've got at least 2 days off a week, which is going to be amazing. So I am really looking forward to having some more time. Things are definitely starting to slow down a little bit work-wise. I'm not committing myself to too much anymore, and I am really looking forward to having some more time in here so that I can crack on with all the things that I want to make. So I've just realised that I have been waffling at you for a good 20 minutes now almost, and I really need to be getting on with this dress. But yeah, I thought it would just be nice to just check in with you all and see if you're all doing okay. So I'm going to leave it there for now so I can get cracking with this dress, and I will be back with you all really soon. Take care. Bye.